Welcome to Sold by MC, where Philly real estate always tells a story. Welcome back to Sold by MC, where we break down real estate in a way that's fun, accessible, and actually useful. Whether you're an agent, a buyer, or just a Philly real estate fan. Today's guest is someone I'm really excited about, David Frankel, Senior VP of Mortgage Lending with Guaranteed Rate and one of the most trusted, knowledgeable lenders in the city. If you follow him on Instagram, you already know he's constantly dropping some of the best, simplest breakdowns of loans, refinancing, interest rates, timing your primary residence, all the things people think they understand until David makes it make sense. But what makes today extra fun is that David isn't just a lender, he was a real estate agent and broker for 8 years before switching sides. That means he understands the market from angles most lenders don't, and he knows exactly where the untapped opportunities are in today's market for buyers and for agents. We're covering the things people misunderstand about mortgages, the scary truth behind 50-year loans, opportunities buyers are sleeping on, and what sets high-performing agents apart. And then, of course, we'll wrap it all up with the Sold by MC quick fire round, including his cheesesteak order and which Philly neighborhood he'd be based on his personality. So let's get into it. Here's the Untapped Market with David Frankel.
Good morning, Erica. How are you?
Welcome on to Sold by MC. We're excited to have you.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for mentioning my Instagram. If anybody does want to follow, it's Ask David Frankel.
You got it. You got it. I'm sure they're already following you right now. So let's get right into it. I know a lot of people are wondering, especially headed into the new year here, David, what's happening with the market hit 2026. So let's talk current and what you think is going to happen here in the near future. But I mean, you've been lending for years and even worked as an agent and broker. What do you think people misunderstand about today's mortgage market?
It's a great lead in. I think in late 2025, heading into 2026, some people are still waiting for rates to go back to the 2s and 3s. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest misconception out there. They're not. I think that was a once in a lifetime event. And short of another, God help us, another pandemic, another global economic calamity, we're not going back. So make peace with where we are and set a budget of where we are today.
Okay, great. And I mean, rates are getting all the attention. What are some of the real factors that buyers should really be paying attention to right now?
Yeah, rates are important. They really impact your monthly payment, but to a lesser extent than you realize. What's really important is where you are in life, how certain you are with your employment, how confident you are that you'll remain there, and how confident you are that you want to be somewhere long enough to set down roots. You know, once you put a house under contract and you buy it and move in, to really make sense economically, you got to be there a while. It's not just like a lease where if you sign for 12 months and you don't like it, you can move on. But when you're buying, you really want to be confident and certain, and you want to find the right place, not just for the short term, but for the medium and long term as well.
Okay. And I mean, that leads us perfectly into our next question. David, what would you say to someone waiting for the perfect moment to buy or hoping that, rates are going to suddenly drop for them?
If you think you can do it, I'm going to give you $3,000 to turn into $50 for me. Because if anybody could bet on the market, everybody would do it and we'd all be retired. Go with the best information you have, but you're not going to beat the market.
Okay. Are you seeing any signs of rates softening or the market shifting in a way that could create opportunity heading into the new year?
I'm not seeing major signs of rates softening. Every time our economy gives off some signals that it's softening, which might lead to rate softening, we're seeing other signals that maybe its death has been noted as a little premature. That said, I don't see a lot of movement, to be quite honest. I think we're settling into this range for a while.
Okay, we better get used
And
to
so
it.
make peace with it, set a budget appropriately, and get in. Because you get in on a fixed note, it's predictable and it's secure for the loan amount. Taxes and insurance will change, but you can get in on a fixed note and then you know what your payment's going to be.
And you've mentioned a couple times 50-year loans scare the bejesus out of you.
Horrible, horrible idea.
What should buyers know about them?
A, they're not happening anytime soon.
Okay.
And B, you would be paying so little of your payment towards principal as to make it really crazy. And the savings are just calculated about 5% compared to a 30-year loan.
Okay.
With way less principal paid. Principal means the amount of the house that you own, actually reducing the loan amount. So make a budget for a 30-year. Stay away from a 50, even if it does become possible. And the magic idea of porting loans, also not happening anytime soon. That was discussed along with the 50-year loan as options that may help in the market.
Oh yeah, and 50 years is a long time to be stuck in a loan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I can imagine that's a nightmare. Is buying now and refinancing later still a smart strategy?
I think buying now, if you are safe and confident and can afford your payment, is a great strategy. Refinancing later, yes, we want to refinance you when rates get better, and be comfortable with your payment now because we can never count on what will happen in the future. Rates may get better, but you may not want to stay in the house. You may have already moved out and converted it to a rental, and they may have already called you to buy their next house. You may have a different economic state at the time. So make sure you're comfortable and confident. A couple years ago, buy the house, date the rate was real popular. And now here we are with rates in a similar place. So just start where you can start.
Okay. And I know a lot of our listeners, they want to learn more about the market. They may be a newer agent, but we also have a lot of home buyers listening. A lot of those being first-time home buyers who feel overwhelmed already.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Especially with, the market being where it is and not changing anytime soon.
Right.
What is the most realistic path forward for those buyers that are scared and overwhelmed?
I like writing on paper. I got to be honest. Make a list of what's on your mind and make a list of your questions and make a list of things that might help you. And then talk to people. Talk to real people, not the interwebs, not AI, not funny websites. Talk to Mary Claire, talk to David about people that they have worked with and what experience they have and what are some strategies, and answer your questions and get them to give you the information that will help you feel confident and make a plan and take some action steps, because it is a big deal. It's a lot of money. It is the biggest investment of your life most of the time. And it's also possible with the right support and the right help and assembling the right team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And having a lender that truly cares about you, having a real estate agent to lean on when you need explanations, when you need, that support into play is so important in the home buying process. Let's switch and navigate a little towards agent advantage. From a lender's perspective, David, what are the top 3 things agents do that immediately makes a buyer's offer stronger without changing the price?
I think the first thing you can do is talk to the seller's agent about timing for settlement, right? You may have a seller that's really interested in moving quickly. Mm-hmm. You may have a seller that needs to stay 75 days because they need to get through the end of the school year. They have any reason. So talk to them about that. 2, get a mortgage commitment date that's quick. Get the fastest one you can. That will get the most certainty to the sellers the soonest. Doesn't cost you anything, something you're going to do anyway, but make it sooner. Give them less time to worry that they're going to have to put their house back on the market. And 3, Go through the rest of your contingencies quickly. Get your inspector out as quickly as you can. Get an appraiser out. Get all that information so that you and anything you have to do directly with a seller and the seller's agent can be taken care of in an expeditious manner. Again, you're not giving up anything from a buyer perspective, but maybe you can smooth the road a bit, make the path a little clearer and a little shorter for negotiations between you and the seller.
Absolutely. Get it done clean and quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you work with hundreds of agents. David, what do the top performers consistently do during the pre-approval stage that newer agents might often miss?
Contact, communication, questions, checking in. Pre-approval stage can last a day. It can last a week. It can last 6 months. And I would tell newer agents that the hardest part of a sale is getting that initial contact and building that trust. Mm-hmm. And once you've done that, keep in touch with people. Be patient. Support your clients on their timeline. And if it's been a week or two, just check in. Just see what's going on. Don't hurry them, but keep in touch, because those people that buy 9 months later, those are sales as well. And you've already done the hard work of getting them to trust you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep those connections. Okay, let's jump into some fun stuff here, David.
Boy.
I know you've been waiting for it.
I have been.
Quick fire round.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go a little bit into that cheesesteak order.
Cheesesteak order. I'd go shanks, Kaiser roll, onions, sweet peppers.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry. And now, you know what? I have to apologize. Donkeys, not shanks, with the Kaiser roll. Donkeys in Camden. I'm a Philly guy, live in the city. Favorite cheesesteak is in Camden.
Oh, that's so sad. You're kidding.
Anthony Bourdain, the late, great Anthony Bourdain, turned me on to it. Fantastic.
And you tried De Alessandro's and Gino's.
You got to try Donkeys.
Man, I guess I gotta go to Camden.
I will stand by it.
Oh man, Philly's gotta, get it up there. If you could be one Philly neighborhood, think about, your personality, your vibe, David. Which one would you be and why?
I would love to be Chestnut Hill. Lots of trees, lots of space,
very
access
scenic.
to the Wissahickon, quiet.
I do love Chestnut Hill. And one thing that every buyer should really stop overthinking.
Mortgage rates.
Okay.
$450,000 loan, an 1/8 of a point improvement in rate. You could spend 6 hours on the phone on the interwebs comparing offers from different lenders. It's going to save you $34 a month. Time and headache, probably not worth it.
Absolutely. And a piece of good advice that you gave me too, that I do want to touch on before this episode ends is, you're a lender that's going to pick up the phone no matter what time of day, no matter, on the weekend.
Depends on the time of day, but yes.
I mean, yes, at points.
Most times of the day, yes.
I mean, I've talked to you at 8 or 9 o'clock at night
Right.
at points.
That's fair.
And so have my clients and buyers. And you're just available and there for them. So in comparison to, searching for the best possible rate, at times the lowest rate you find may not be the best. Can you explain that a little bit?
Sure. There are always going to be people that are cheaper than everybody. Anybody that works anywhere. There's always going to be someone cheaper somewhere doing the same, and I use the same air quotes, same thing. Are they going to close? Are you going to have stress? What happens if you find a lender on the interwebs and closing is delayed a couple days? How much stress is that worth? Somebody you can't reach might send an appraiser from 2 hours away because that's within the tolerance range for sending somebody. And you don't have somebody to answer your questions. Find the best place where you are comfortable. Don't take a rate that's way out of the market, but you want the best experience all around and the best results.
Okay. I love it. And let's just think on, what we want to leave our listeners with. You've hit a lot of really great topics, especially for first-time home buyers, for anyone scared, looking to buy a house, whether it's investing or, buying their first home or second. What would you say to someone listening right now who really feels that home ownership is out of reach? I
would say home ownership is terrifying, to be honest. You make your list, though. We'll talk about it. Again, I'm really big on paper. Write down all the things that are terrifying. Start there. And then write down all the things that are really exciting and really appealing. And as long as 51% of the things that you write down are appealing, you're good. 51-49 appealing to terror is all right. 60-40 terror to appealing, you're probably not ready. And that's okay too. Right? Everybody's going to buy when they're ready. They should not buy before. There's no just because I should or I need to or I want to. Buy when you're ready. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the balance. Experience all the highs and lows of it because it really is a good thing when you're ready.
It's an exciting process, but
It
make
sure
that
is.
fear and that wish list and getting excited when it's the right time for you.
Exactly right.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to leave our listeners with today, David?
We're here to answer questions, right? Maybe you want to buy a year from now. Maybe you just want to know, is this possible? Maybe you just want to say, gosh, I saw something and what would I need to do to get into my dream neighborhood? Reach out to Mary Claire and me. We're here. We're happy to answer questions. Let's talk. Let's get you all the information. And then you'll decide, but decide with real information from real local professionals who can give you the right information for your decision making.
Absolutely. We're here to guide, support you through the process, answer any questions along the way. David, thank you so much for coming on today.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And you've fed a lot of great information to our listeners that are curious about the untapped market, so to say. So just thank you again for coming on. We've loved having you.
Anytime. It's been a pleasure.
As always, thanks for tuning in to Sold by MC. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you have any questions, guest ideas, or need help with your home search here in Philly, you can always reach me at maryclaire@ewrhomes.com. See you next time.